next we're going to explore the food options available. And joining me right now is Chef Ryan Smith with Fork and Fiddle. Hi, Ryan.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good, doing good. How you doing?
Good, doing good.
Good.
Even better now that I'm smelling the whiffs of this food.
Yeah.
And so super creative. So you own Fork and Fiddle. Share with me how you all got started.
We got started, I started as a catering company at first. It was called Ladderback's Low Country Catering. I spent a lot of time in South Carolina as a young kid. My mom lived down there, and that's when I got turned on to the low country stuff, and that's where the low country stuff comes from.
Yes.
But we had a catering company, it's a traditional catering company, and we started losing jobs to food trucks for weddings and stuff like that. And then I said, that's not going to happen. And so we ended up going to Georgia and having our trailer custom built for us, and that's how I got into the mobile food business.
Wow, okay, because yes, there has been a large rise in food trucks. I mean, and really, what do you feel as a business owner, the fact that you can now be mobile, do you like that better than having one location?
Well, the goal is to have both.
Yeah.
To have a brick and mortar and then have a mobile food event. But the mobile food allows you to, just like I said, just be mobile, and where you go, there's different locations you can set up, and you're not really tied to the brick and mortar like traditionally you would be.
Yes.
And it helps you expand your market base, your customers. You can do private events with that. It really just helps you expand your brand a lot more. And I think a lot of brick and mortars are catching on to that, and they're adding food trucks to the repertoire, which is very smart. We did it the other way. We added a food truck. Now we want to go to brick and mortar, but now there's 100 food trucks, and they're all serving good food. It's great.
Yes, it's really exciting. And so I'm excited about some of the options that you have provided that's available here. So let's get started. What is this lovely dish?
This is our pub chips, and we serve it with crema ranch and a little bit of sriracha, so it's going to be spicy.
A little spice, I like a little
Maybe
spice.
should have had a bottled water, but I don't know.
Oh, is it that spicy?
Sriracha's not really not that spicy, but it's made fresh from russet Idaho potatoes. They're just fresh into the fryer. We use a mandolin to cut them, so there's no bag chips or anything like that. That's what we use. This one
I like this.
This is really good.
Because it's crunchy, it's light, you know, and it gives a little extra flair to chips.
Yeah, and it's great with cocktails too. It's like, this is our snacky item that we get. A lot of people get it if they've got a few people and they have some cocktails, but they've already had dinner and they come here. This is something they can use to munch on while they're having their cocktails. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, and then the next item.
This one is something that's coming out next week. We had it on our menu before, and we're going to bring it back for next week. Now, this particular one is a shrimp roll, and
this looks so cool.
Yeah, it's stuffed with veg. It's a rice paper wrapper.
Okay, and I just pick it up. Go for it.
Just pick it up and dunk it in some of that duck sauce there, and then
duck sauce,
and we always put it on a bed. We're veg forward on our truck. We're about 85% prep on our food truck is veg, so we got a ton of veg, but that has shrimp in it. That particular item, we can do either shrimp, pulled pork, or
you give options.
Yeah, and we do a duck roll too. That's really good. We try to use Maple Leaf Farm duck when we do that. That's when we first started it. Is we were using Maple Leaf duck on that, but we're going to be rolling that out next week, and it comes on a bed of Napa and red cabbage, so it's kind of like you get 2 rolls and a little bit of salad. Use that sauce as a dressing, and then the lemon squeeze on it's amazing too. So it's really good. Yeah.
It's really interesting. Like, I haven't tasted anything like this before, and I like to have fun with food, and I think that you do. And so share with me about the low country style of food that you offer.
So the low country style of food, like we have a few items on a truck like these that aren't particularly low country. Low country is the confluence of the Savannah River down in South Carolina. It's the lower country. It's the coastal region. I kind of like call it Southern surf and turf is basically what it is. And we, like I said, I spent some time down there when I was a kid, and I really fell in love with that area and the cuisine. A lot of my favorite chefs are from that area. And we try to use all fresh ingredients and emulate things that they would have available in that region.
Okay.
And Indiana is a great place because we have a decent growing season here. The winter it's a little harder, but the growing season is really good here, and we can get a lot of our fresh veg from farmers markets. We go to Kurt's Farms a lot to get a lot of our veg, but we try to emulate some of the ingredients and the way they cook. It's very fresh the way that they cook down there. It's great. Yeah. And it's fun. You can have it. You can experiment. You can play around with food. It's amazing.
Especially that you did this in a food truck.
Yeah.
Which is so awesome. Okay. So next up.
So this one you might want to get your napkins ready.
Okay.
Okay.
Not with the other ones. Just with this one.
Yeah. So this is our Korean style taco. It's not a traditional Korean style taco.
Okay.
Like we do use the smoked pulled pork. That's the low country component.
A lemon on top?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Go for it.
Yep.
Did you say that's the smoked component?
Yeah, the smoked component, and then the fresh veg that we use. We use Napa cabbage, 3 types of quick pickles, which are English cucumbers, red onions, and radishes.
Oh, we'll go for the bottom one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And yeah, it like I said, it's a fun eat. That's for sure. Watch this. This is gonna be great. Yeah. But we use a traditional style Korean barbecue sauce on it. It's got black sesame seeds, the lemon squeeze is good, sriracha, crema ranch, those types of things on it. So it's fun. It's fun to eat. A lot of people. We always everything that we sell, we give a ton of napkins and forks,
right?
Because it's going to be
And flour tortilla.
Yeah, and we do offer corn as well.
Yeah, I love flour.
I do too.
I feel like corn is taking over.
Corn has taken over. We are in Indiana, but I think the flour tortilla, especially because we char those, we char them over an open flame and give a little bit of that char flavor to it, so it adds to the smoky flavor of it. So it's really good. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, and that is a meal in itself for sure. Yeah.
That it is, Chef. I love it.
Yeah.
Very citrusy. It's very light. And it's also very summery. Like this is the perfect time to eat this on the patio, have a nice fresh cocktail.
Yeah, for sure. The veg forward thing is very, it's just something we do. I mean, like in the summer when the heat's there, people don't want heavy food. And this is something that's really light, and that cilantro adds that freshness at the end. I think it's great. So
it does.
I love that. I love that with an old fashioned. That's pretty good. That's my favorite.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we may need to do Chef Ryan's favorite things. Well, awesome. Well, actually, at the end of choosing items, I do choose Jessica's favorite thing. And Chef and I are in agreement. It's the tacos.
Tacos.
So yummy. So you can experience each of these items and so much more on Fork and Fiddle's food truck located right here at Edwin Co. Spirits. We'll be right back.